Alright, we're getting ready to start packing the majority of this stuff for the trip west. Have a lot of stuff to pack. 12-volt fridge, an emergency jump pack, camp gear which will get broken down, water, so we're going to be doing some off-grid camping, solar panel, Blue Eddy, thank you John for letting me borrow that. That's going to my mom's house, and I don't even know what's in there anymore. My bike, which isn't going. Sad face. Got all this stuff here, camping bedding, sleeping bags, etc. Kitchen stuff, which hopefully majority that's gonna fit in here. All of my kitchen goods, and then I got a bunch of other space here to fill up. So I think we're gonna be okay. That doesn't even have my clothes or anything like that in it, but I wear the same 3 pairs of things all the time, so clothes I'm really not super concerned about. Let's go ahead and start packing. I've been packing and shopping for things to pack for like 4 hours today after a fairly busy work day. Spent like at least an hour putting new line on all of my fishing reels. I cast with my right hand, flip over to my left, and then I also reel with my right. I think that's technically fishing like a left-handed person, I guess. My fly line is set up for right hand only, which means left hand reel. I set everything up and put all the line on to go this way, so everything is backwards. That was a very hard concept for me to understand. Just take it all back out, put it all back on, line it all back up, and now I need to learn how to reel with my left hand. I'm going through the kitchen stuff right now. I've got a box of food that's coming out with me, stuff that I bought from the East Coast that I like and want to take with me. And just kind of trying to get this stuff organized a little bit more, because this stuff I won't unpack it really, because my first stint is 6 weeks in the same place in Colorado, so this isn't going to get unpacked. So this whole bin is full of snacks, and I've got some more underneath. Home camp stove. I've got a covered saute pan and a pretty decent sized stainless pot, and they both have lids. Cooking fuel. Got like a little what do you call that? Like pocket rocket stove thing back there too. Some first aid kits just so they're handy in the truck. This is the quickest place to get to. Got a fire extinguisher because everyone should have one in every vehicle, let alone when you're doing this. And way back in there I've got my reels for my fishing poles. I'm bringing 2 smaller spin casting and a Vara, and that's my very small tackle box. I've got to tie more flies before I leave, and I'll put those in there too. My fly rod, it's too big for my case, so I'm going to somehow just make it stay there. I've got gear ties and zip ties, and both sides is truly impressive. This goes all the way the length of the truck. And all the way up in the very front, I've got extra oil, power steering fluid, I think some like random things of duct tape and batteries, a tent, sleeping pad, 2 camp chairs, binoculars, a hammock. Got my 2 spin rods in here, dustpan, emergency charger for the truck, like a little jump pack thing. Highly recommend that. You can get those cheap at Harbor Freight. And then this is just still kind of a hot mess. We're gonna kind of work on that right now. More stuff under the bed. I got some stuff under there that I was kind of thinking through that I don't think I need to take. If it's something that I could go buy at a Walmart in any random town if I ever needed it, then it doesn't need to make this entire voyage. I have a lot of hobbies, and I'm trying to take those hobbies with me, and they take up room. But we can go look at the rest of the truck really quick. It's not super clean at the moment. Random stuff. We've got like wood gloves and then gardening gloves that have the like grippy stuff on them. So they actually fit my hand appropriately. Reusable bag, hand sanitizer. I have my camp axe in here, which I'll probably put in the bed. I made this, and I'm really ticked. The sewing's coming out. I'll probably fix that before I go, but could just bring that with me to fix on the road. Weights, I don't know where those are going to go because I've also got a 35-pound dumbbell and then a 30-pound kettlebell. Those are large because once these seats fold down, they fold down right over top of all that stuff, and they can't do that if there's stuff on the floor. I do have to say though, this truck is really designed well for actually being able to use the back seat and fold it down. Then there's two really nice compartments underneath here. This one has more gloves, rope, jumper cables. This is just more kind of cool and sentimental than anything. I found this on the beach in Acadia National Park after we had a really, really nasty storm. It's attached to a lobster trap that I could not fish out of. I couldn't dig out of the rocks. It was pinched in there too tight. Same thing on the other side, but I've got all my like tie down ratchet straps and stuff in there for hauling the bike, which is unfortunately not coming with me. Really rethinking that right now. Maybe it will be. Always have this. Should always have something like that. Really good at pull, especially being a solo female traveler. I have 6 cup holders in my reach, and 2 of them are filled with my treasured rocks. I only have a jump rope and tools over there that need to get taken care of. So that's pretty much it for the cab. This is how I'm gonna lock myself in the bed of the truck at night. I just need to attach that. I'm probably do that right now too to make sure it works. And I'm gonna tie it with duct tape because listening to this rattle back here is like beyond obnoxious. It's gonna be too short. Maybe not. So when this closes from the outside, you just turn it, and obviously I can't lock myself in here at night like that, and I think this is gonna be too small. Yeah, it's too small. Which is fine, that's not super secure. You probably bend that pretty easily if you wanted to, or some creep wanted to, more accurately. The things you have to worry about traveling just kind of really puts me off. So, very simple. Carabiner, chain. Let me turn the other end back here. See if it helps. Helps a little bit. So it just goes around. There's a bolt back here that's connecting this to the handle outside. Yes, could someone like really vigorously shake this and probably make that come out? Yes, but the whole point of this is to alert me if someone's trying to get in the truck, and I have other measures to defend myself if the need ever arises. This is just hooked to the tie down back here. I don't know how I wrap this whole thing in duct tape just so it doesn't sit and do this all the time. Really straightforward, and that closes with the tailgate, no problem. And then I'll probably just try to find a way to take it off with one hand. Like hook it somewhere when it's not in use, because when the tailgate's shut, I can't get my hand under here. So this is gonna have to live. It's like here on a nail, or I don't really know what yet. I don't know how I'm gonna do this quite yet. I guess that can happen, and that's also fine. So yeah, lots of thinking, and after a full-time job, it's hard to think sometimes. So much stuff. I specifically left everything in here yesterday and overnight because we got a ton of rain. I wanted to see, one, when I'm driving the truck, is any water going to get in here? If it does, where is it going? What is it making wet and how bad? This part of the foam, like right here, which is where the seal is up here, got a tiny bit wet, and I don't know if that's because I was opening and closing that. It's just like the residual water up there just like fell in, which, I mean, if that's the case, that's really not a big deal. It's a controllable thing. It'd be a problem if it was actively leaking while I was driving or whatever, but I don't think that was the case. But knowing that that was possible, I did fold up the sleeping bag while I was driving just so that wouldn't get nasty. And then, I mean, it feels damp, but just like it would if you went camping and it rained out and everything felt damp. It's not like wet, so I think that's good. This is one of those good old-fashioned Coleman sleeping bags that you had when you were a kid that literally like rolls up to be like this big, but it's the most comfortable thing in the whole world. Yeah, it just feels damp. Doesn't stink though, so that's good. So this is one continuous piece of foam on what I will call my side of the bed. The dog's is a little chunk, and then the piece that goes right here where my feet are is a whole separate other chunk that I'm not going to actively leave because I want the space for my feet. And then I put dry decks under here too, just to help with airflow. It's a little space. The way we designed this was a little different than the video that I watched to design the whole truck, which I will leave a link to Connor's video below. He did a phenomenal job, and I literally copied this almost exactly to the T. Did a couple things very slightly different, but that's it. But I did choose to make this entire piece come up just for ease of getting in here and being able to put something large underneath the bed, because he's just kind of got like a cubby cut out of his, which is good, but it's just, I mean, I've got like a big tool bag in there that I wouldn't be able to put down and then slide over, so I'll show you what I found in here right now. So more books than I should have probably for a road trip, but I'm trying to like not watch TV or anything over the summer. I don't have any streaming services or anything. That's good entertainment when you are in the woods by yourself. Got a tool bag box over there. This whole thing is tools. There's more tools down here. Gear ties because they're awesome and you never know when you might need them. Extra water bladder for hiking. Extra bathroom stuff that is difficult for me to find where I live, let alone where I'm going. So just extra stuff for me to use throughout the summer and fall. Books. Dune. I'm beyond thrilled to read those books. This book is really good. I actually saw this in an Airbnb that I stayed at in Maine at Acadia National Park, and I read most of it there. It's called Cod by Mike Kirklansky. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Really, really good. Tao of Pooh, also really good. Bill Bryson, I haven't read that book yet. Short History of Nearly Everything. My favorite book probably ever is his Walk in the Woods. It's called A Walk in the Woods, but it's by Bill Bryson. Phenomenal. Like, literally laugh out loud every time I read it. This is all hiking stuff. I got rescue stuff for the dog in there, like a harness, some balm for his feet for either hot rock or cold. Just helps so that their little paws don't get trapped. Got like emergency medical kits in there for humans as well, and like survival stuff. Someday I'll go over more of that because people go in the woods unprepared and that really irritates me. These are my waterproof clothes. So rain pants, rain jacket, maybe gloves, and then a bunch of random stuff in that one. Other like long-term vitamin storage, and what else is in there? Tick treatment for the dog, just kind of random. This whole thing is really a junk drawer, to be honest with you. This entire truck storage, like none of this stuff is things that I plan on using every day. Water filter. Please filter your water. Do not drink your tap water. It's disgusting. Even if you live in a city, just do some research. Let's go fill it with me. There were 4 deer put in the freezer this year. 2 of them were mine. And 2 of them were an uncle's. No, sorry. One was my uncle's, one was my stepdad's. So I think the play here is going to be to put all the salmon back here in this little compartment because it's in those freezer bags, and not that they're delicate, but they're kind of delicate. Just like me.
These salmon for dinner tonight. How many do I have?
Still have a fair amount of room up in this front one. Back one is completely full with salmon. I've got a lot of jerky to get in there. Let's go. We have to go shopping. Oh, and my cookies. Crap. So I should have kept track, but there's 6 or 7 pairs of salmon fillets in there. We have 6, about 1¼ pounds of ground venison, 3 packs of top rounds, which will make about 5 or 6 steaks a piece. I think I had 3 or 4 packs of loins, a bunch of jerky, some cookies that I pre-made for my birthday, and some Market Basket sausage bursts, if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay.
First night sleeping in the truck. Some of us are more excited than others. And that's okay. Tonight we were just in my friend John's driveway. Then we're heading out tomorrow, trying to get to Omaha, Nebraska. And it's about an 11-hour haul. Like to get further than that if I can, but clearly I'm still sick. So we're doing what we can with what we got. And that's fine. We're not under rush. I've got curtains that didn't work out because tried to use thumbtacks and thumbtacks don't work. So this is exactly why we try out run stuff before we go sleep in a random parking lot halfway across the country, because my locking mechanism isn't wanting to work.
Why? Just eat.
extraordinarily tired. I've been sick. Oh God, for like a week. Nasty stomach virus. And then now just a cold. Hank is tired. He's actually quite nervous because he doesn't know what's going on. You're fine. We're gonna go camping for a whole summer. You're fine. Look at this. Look at this bed he has. He is a spoiled rotten little dog. He just wants to lay on my pillow. Good night. We'll check in the morning. It is 6:05 in the morning. I thought I'd be leaving a lot earlier than this. It's just kind of been a rough start, I guess. It's raining, which I didn't think was supposed to happen until later, and a problem I have not fixed yet with the truck shell is that when you open the top, like the seam where it meets the truck leaks water pretty significantly right directly onto my bed. I heard it was raining and I'm like, okay, trying to get everything together so that when I do open everything, I can hurry up and just get the dog out and hurry up and slam the door. And as quick as I did that, everything was still soaking wet. Why is my defrost not working? Yeah, so that didn't go super smooth. Which is always what you're looking for. Honestly, it's kind of why I just did this whole thing, is to try to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Was painful. That was painful. I need to figure out a way to get in and out of this better when it's raining. I mean, I guess other than that, everything else was fine. I slept pretty decent. I just kept waking up because obviously I have a sore throat and so not feeling well. This is fun, but like the people that actually live like this all day, every day, this is very much like a challenge. Like, you don't just get into your nice, cozy made bed. Odds are it's probably damp. There's probably bugs in there somewhere. Whether or not they're actually in your safety bag or not, I don't know. The window shades also didn't turn out as I'd hoped. I got the fabric cut and everything just fine. And then my topper's like insulated and carpeted, so I'm like, oh, that's fine. Quickly, for like the next couple nights, I'll just put thumbtacks in it to pull it up. So the carpet is like, I don't know, a millimeter thick. There's literally nothing quarter of a tack to stick to. We're starting our journey today, and that's exciting. I know this whole thing has been really negative, and that's not the way that I wanted this whole journey to start. It's not the way that I wanted this whole video series thing to start, but it's reality. So I guess that's awesome. Good to showcase right off the bat that aiming for Omaha, Nebraska today. We can get further than that, great. Decided to call an audible and visit Indiana Dunes National Park over here. This is very similar to the Sleeping Bear Dunes in Michigan, so I don't think there's really a lot to see, and the dog needed to go for a walk. So, killing two birds with one stone. Midday update. It is 2:07 Eastern time. We've been on the road since 6, so it's at 8 hours or so. We did take about an hour detour at the Indiana Dunes. We weren't there for that long, maybe a half an hour. It was just a good spot for Hank to stretch his legs, but then it was like 15 minutes each direction off the highway. So it was a good detour though. Got both of us out of the car for a little bit. It is increasingly windy outside. I'm in Iowa right now. I don't know where in Iowa, somewhere between Davenport and Des Moines. I'm going to try to get to North Platte, Nebraska, I think today, just because then tomorrow's going to be a super easy day, and it'll be a really pretty day because it'll just be like maybe an hour finishing up Nebraska and then Colorado for scenic ride, and then that way I'll have time to get unpacked because I need to go back to work on Monday. It's been a good trip so far. I'm very tired, but it is what it is. I'll probably pull over in the next, I don't know. I try to stop like at minimum every 3 hours, just more for the dog than for me. Probably the next stop in 3 hours or so, maybe try to take a nap for a little bit and then just keep pushing on, because I mean it doesn't get dark until like 9 o'clock at night, so I'd rather just keep driving as long as I have daylight and then land where I land. Probably time to turn on a podcast because I'm just kind of getting sick of listening to music. I'm gonna turn on some Wild Fed by Daniel Vitalis. Highly recommend that if you've never listened to it. It's about hunting, fishing, and foraging. Just a really good podcast if you're into that kind of stuff, and if you're not, you should be. We're probably gonna go listen to one, and I'll catch you guys soon. It's been a while since I checked in. It is 9:21 Eastern time. So I've been driving for 15 hours and change. I feel very sick. Hank and I were going to just camp in the back of the truck tonight because it's very comfortable, and why not? That's the whole point of building it. But honestly, I do not feel good. I just don't feel good. It's been a really long day. By the time we get there, it'll be like a 16-hour day, which is great. I'm really thrilled with that because then tomorrow I think we're only looking at like a 7.5-hour drive, and then I gain an hour. So I think the latest I'll be arriving is probably like 4 p.m. I'm the type of person that I have to immediately unpack. I don't care how late it is or how tired I am. I can't like leave bags for the next day. That drives me bananas, especially with having to work and then having a 2-hour time difference. I'm still technically working on Eastern time zone hours, and I work at 7:30 in the morning, so that means I work at 5:30 in the morning. So we are overnighting in Kearney, Nebraska tonight. Probably won't check in again until tomorrow, but yeah, I mean overall good day. Traffic's been fine, other than people not understanding the concept of cruise control. I don't really have any complaints for the amount of driving we've done today. Mood is much better this morning. You can see my front seat, which is a huge pet peeve for me when I'm driving. I like to have this completely empty, and yesterday it couldn't be. So everything is in the back of the truck now. The dog and I will be at our final destination in southwestern Colorado in like 8 hours, I think. So not too bad of a day in comparison to yesterday. I think we're both looking forward to just getting somewhere and being settled. I'm sure someone would love to go for a WALK, a substantial one, and not just a hurry up and go outside and do your business at the hotel kind of walk. I'm really excited to finally get there. I'm excited to see the Rockies for the first time. I'm just excited for this journey. Plan to be out here for the next, what would that be? I guess 4 months. 4 months and change. Today is slow and steady, and we'll get to where we got to get to, and we're going to enjoy it on the way.
I didn't know that we never made that distinction. I'm glad you're saying that.
Yeah, they're all in the tip group. So if you're in British, full tip, blue tip, great tip, which is a pretty funny name for birds. A funny T-shirt. But anyway, so they're up there making, and they're in this little mixed flock, and they're feeding on white pine needles, or white pine cones. Sorry, the seeds in the white pine cones. So they're towards the higher.
You probably can't see this like my naked eye can see this. So let's try to zoom in and see if I can. There's the Rockies, baby. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Oh, we haven't stopped in a while. We're at a trailhead on the Colorado Trail, and I finally found a spot to go over. The drive has been like gorgeous, and the dog is itching to get out of the car, but that's big. So we're gonna send up the drone. Good morning. So this is the Airbnb in Colorado. We got in last night at 7 o'clock and it took me till about 10 to get everything out of the truck, knowing that I had to start work today and honestly not remembering if I had work to do this morning. I just wanted everything to be ready when I got up this morning, so we woke up nice and early and we went for a walk first thing.
Are you happy? Do you have a poop necklace? Are you wearing a poop necklace?
Yeah, so I think my work schedule is going to work out really nice here because if I stay on Eastern hours, I'll be done with my day at 2 p.m. here. It doesn't get dark until 9. So that's still basically a full day of being able to go outside and explore and stuff. Slept really well last night. Hi. This one slept really well last night. He actually went into bed before I did. It's very exhausting being a passenger princess. Huh? Oh boy, just put that away. Hi. Hi. He's a good dog. He is such a good dog. I'm so blessed he's such a good dog. Hey. Oh. Yeah. What did you do? You're lucky it's tea. At least it smells nice. See, this is probably why dogs aren't allowed here. But she was very nice and made an exception because I told her you were a good boy. Yes, you made him this. Yes, you did. Be careful. Perks of having a dog, am I right?
Hello. Thank you for making it to this point in the video. I was editing this and realized I didn't really have an end to that segment of time. 2 years ago, that was May of 2024. I am currently present day in April of 2026. You will see the truck has a new upgrade, which will eventually be shown on the channel. But as of right now, I'm just going back through and doing what I meant to do 2 summers ago, which is putting all of this stuff into video form and putting it out for mainly my parents to watch and for anybody else who might find any interest in it. But thank you for watching. Thank you for making it this far. The next video is going to be, I'm trying to think, I have 2 more lined up. I think they were off-roading, my first time off-roading this truck by myself. Ever, actually, not just by myself, ever. And then the second one was Hank and I camping in a really awesome location. So stay tuned for those, but thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.